Hello guys, and welcome to another one of my Fortnite videos. Going to be buying and testing the DragonFire shotgun in this video, or rather I have been testing it, and in this video here I'm going to be going through my testing process and how I feel about it. So this here is the weapon with the perks that I got on it. I might as well say right away that this weapon here seems to be insanely perk dependent. It has a very short range, it has a very small magazine, and it is best used with something such as this dude here, the now called Raider Raptor. So once again, the battle royales are just slapping it in our face by having our heroes change name to better reflect what they're called in battle royale. So yay, thanks Epic for showing us who's important once again. But that's besides the point. Buffing him up and buffing up his female counterpart as well, the Raider Headhunter, and she is the character I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to be using the Raptor in the support slot for the bonus perk that increases the crit chance as well. The reason why I'm playing these two characters is because they are focused on using shotguns. They have increased shotgun damage and crits, making them ideal for getting the most out of a shotgun in the game. And on top of that, they have a flak vest, making them take less damage in combat, plus they have the survivalist, giving them regeneration options when they take down enemies. They also have the kneecapper, making their debilitating shots give even more vulnerability, meaning that multi-hitting targets or using the shockwave and then hitting targets makes them take even more damage. So it's a really cool character for this year. So we have slow reload, we have short range, we have a small magazine, and I'm starting out by testing it in a low power level just to see how it works, to get the feel about it. And I'm one-shotting pretty much every husk in the game, trying to get a feel about the cone that we have, because that which makes this weapon interesting is that it has a cone. It deals damage through enemies in a cone area, but we don't know anything about the gain and size of this cone. So the first thing I wanted to do was to try to test out against encampments and clusters of husks. How large is this cone? How does it move? How deep is it? How tall is it? How wide is it? How many husks can I damage in a single shot? How many mobs can I affect with my debilitating shots? How many husks can I headshot? All that stuff in one go. Also, it appears to be dealing much more damage at close range, which makes pretty good sense, but also worth noting that dealing damage with this weapon, for me anyway, has been much more effective when I'm completely up close, again making the flak vest super important. Another really important thing is that if you have a propane within the range of this cone, it is going to ignite, making this a very dangerous weapon to use in regards to defending bases if you are playing on the base side of the tunnels, meaning that with characters such as the Headhunter and this weapon, you may want to be like attacking where the monsters spawn instead of where they are going, so you don't tear the base completely apart. But my testing in the low power was pretty awesome. I got a really good feel about the weapon, and I decided to upgrade it to go Shadow Shard with it to get even more punch for the shots. Again, I'm going Shadow Shard to get more damage, more impact, and an even slower fire rate and lower durability, but I want these hits to actually matter because I have so few of them and it is so slow. So when I hit, I want the husks to feel it. With what I have here, I deal 90% additional damage to afflicted targets, and the weapon has an affliction perk as well, meaning that I'm gonna be two-shotting things for maximum effect. I have a high crit rate due to my perks, my class perks, my support perk, and I have a weapon that deals additional damage, almost double crit damage or 90% additional crit damage to afflicted targets, and they become afflicted the first time I shoot them. So I'm one-upping things, going to a power level 82 mission. So this here is the start of Twine Peaks, which is 76, but the early part of Twine Peaks, and I'm owning things here, like really still feeling insanely powerful when I'm playing the Headhunter, the Raider, and I'm using this weapon here. I'm two-shotting most things. The more hardcore things are dying pretty fast, trying to use my shockwave to affect targets with these 3 shots of vulnerability, but I am too strong for that really. Most of them die when I use my shockwave, making it really hard to test out how much damage this weapon deals here when I have 3 of these vulnerability stacks on the opponents, and that's a good thing. It means that this is a weapon that I could play here with the Raider Headhunter and really have fun with, because as you can see here, we have a crowd of monsters, and these are water element husks. They take less damage. This is a fire element weapon, and I'm just going area effect on the entire area. So this is a very viable weapon to use with the Raider in the end game, at least with the perks that I have and at the level that I have it. Going up against these nature element husks, of course, deal more damage because it's a fire weapon, and I'm trailblazing through the content here, having absolutely no problems whatsoever However, I do have a home base power of 101. I do have a hero that's power level 130, and the weapon is power level 106. So putting all these stats together, of course, means that I am powered above the level that I'm playing on, which also means that when the weapon is glitching like here, I simply can't reload it. I'm still able to go up one-on-one against the Smasher and take it out without really taking any damage. Soloing encampments, both the small and the large ones, in an 82 power mission is also completely doable with this weapon here. I tried to start out by simply playing without using my my grenades, without using my slowing fields, without using any of the other weapons, just to get a feel about how can I play effectively with just this weapon. And of course, as with my other weapon tests, I also ended up testing it in a more like normal gameplay where I wanted to pull it out in the situations where it made sense to do just that. So all in all, based on my testing in levels where I was overpowered and where I played with the Raider Headhunter, this was an absolutely amazing weapon with the perks that I had. It was like having a complete area of effect damage around me at almost all times. I do have the slow reload time. I did try to play with it in 2 slots. I didn't really get much more of a feel from doing that by swapping weapons. It didn't really give me a sense of having double power. So that was not really a workaround for it. And I'm not really interested in having reload or faster fire rates perks on this weapon. I would rather have more damage or an even higher guarantee for critting. So I do feel actually that the perks I have on this weapon are close to ideal, because I afflict targets with the first shot and I take them out with 90% additional crit damage on the second shot, where they are both vulnerable and they are afflicted. This here is of course me taking out an encampment in a power level 100 mission, and this is where things started to get a little more hardcore. I was failing to really feel the speed of the game that I have when I'm normally playing with my Grenadier, also that I've been having when playing with my Survivalist. It is just too slow for me to effectively play with it in a power level 100 mission, even when I'm playing with the Headhunter, when I'm playing against clusters of nature element husks that take additional damage. The range is too slow. I need to get like up close. The cone is too small and the range is too slow for me to play with this weapon and have that feeling of being super slayer OP powered. And I do have that when I'm playing focused on assault rifles, when I played with my ninjas focused on melee weapons, when I just play going grenade style even in power level 100 missions. So in terms of using it with the best I have in the end game, with the class where it's designed to be played like optimally with, it's not good there, which means that I'm probably not going to be using this weapon after this initial test here, because I do have a high impact, high damage weapon in the Hydra, which also like does knockback and it doesn't have an area of effect or penetrating option such as what I have here. But as you can see here, I'm struggling to take out this cluster of opponents here playing with my Master Grenadier. They just won't die. So how well a weapon is this for me to have here? Of course, normally playing against water husks, you could say I should be swapping to a nature element weapon, but with my normal energy weapons, with my Nocturnal, with my Hydra, I just take these out 1-2 shots anyway. And now I have a dedicated shotgun weapon. They're vulnerable, it's in their face, they're afflicted, I'm never critting, I'm dealing very little damage, and this is the huge difference in playing this with the class that is dedicated to get the most out of shotguns, and then the character here that is more assault weapon, assault rifle, and grenades. So yeah, tested it, multiplayer, solo player, high power level, low power levels, with the right classes and with the wrong ones, and this is an amazing weapon if you're playing it with a Raider and you have perks that really, like I have, make it fun to play with. But I do feel that for all other classes, even with my Ninja, it just doesn't really give me what I need in order to power through the game and feel like I'm owning it. And that is the feeling I like to have when I'm playing damage dealer in the game. It's different when I'm playing a constructor, then I do have a different way of looking at the game, but when I'm playing a damage dealer, I also want to feel that I'm really good at what I'm doing. And this weapon here, even upgraded to 106, doesn't really make me feel like that. So guys, that was pretty much what I had to share in regards to the new Dragon weapon. I do hope you enjoyed. If you have thoughts, tips, tricks, suggestions, be sure to put them down there so that I can learn as well. As always guys, thank you very much and very much for watching.